So today they dropped a trailer for the Snow White live action remake from Marc Webb. Now, I actually haven't even seen the first trailer for this movie, the first teaser trailer. I actually haven't seen it, and every time I go to the theater, it hasn't played before any of the movies that I've seen. So this trailer is actually my very first look into this film. I don't even know what the dwarves look like or anything like that because I haven't seen the previous trailer. But Rachel Zegler, she said some questionable things about the original Snow White film. Very kind of curious as to what all of this means, the reimagining and everything. But this is my very first look into this film. Let's go now.
This was my father's kingdom, a place of fairness. But the queen changed everything.
Take him away!
Your Majesty,
What did you say?
the people need some kindness.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all?
Famed is thy beauty, Majesty. But a lovely maiden I now behold.
I look at you, and I just want to be the fairest of them all.
The queen is evil. You must flee into the woods.
My parents always said this forest was a magical place. Hello? Is there anybody here?
It's a human.
What did you think I was?
Nothing. Ghost.
You'll be safe from the queen here.
The queen stole everything from all of us. I'm gonna need your help. It's time to restore our kingdom.
Waiting on a wish, holding out for someday, hoping somehow, some way, there comes a miracle.
Find Snow White.
I close my eyes and see the girl I meant to
This is our kingdom, and now we're here to take it back.
You were saying,
I'm sorry, my dear. Did I frighten you?
Okay, I got that. Alright, so that was our trailer for Snow White, the live action remake from Marc Webb. Down below in the comment section, share what you thought of the trailer, and I'm going to start talking right now. Alright, then, so the original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs from 1937 is one of the most influential animated movies of all time. In fact, it might be the most important animated movie of all time because it was the very first Disney, not just Disney animated movie, just the first feature-length theatrical animated film to ever be released. So it is a very important film when you're talking about animated movies. It all goes back to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs from 1937. I'm not like the biggest Snow White fan, but the movie certainly has its charms. It did come out back then in 1937. I've only seen it one time, and I haven't gone back to rewatch it, although I might do that very soon. And so my thoughts on that movie are just like, it's a charming film, but I just don't know if I would ever gravitate to go back to rewatch it. So with this one, you get Snow White from Marc Webb, and this trailer, it hit certain sequences and scenes that the 1937 film hit, but I don't know that this film is the right kind of direction to take Snow White. So, like I said, this was my very first look at the movie. I didn't even watch the teaser trailer for it. So this was actually my first exposure to anything in this film. And some of these choices are just very strange. Like, the dwarves in the trailer they displayed being CGI, very kind of strange, and I believe what I heard was that Disney was afraid of using actual people with dwarfism in this film to not offend them, but they're still using CGI dwarves. Kind of a strange choice in your movie to add. Likewise, Rachel Zegler has said some questionable things about this film, and it looks like they're going to lean a different direction, but I don't know that I fully like that different direction. I actually kind of do understand where they're coming from when they do say, when they're commenting on how, like, the societal expectations. So they described it, the original Snow White, as not people, but the prince is kind of like just stalking Snow White, and that was weird. And I would certainly not describe it like that, but that was kind of the classic formula back then. But they did, the part that kind of irked people was that they added on that the movie itself was weird, and they're kind of just dunking on a classic film. So that's where it stepped on people's toes a little bit. And this trailer, it gave more like a blockbuster-y vibe, if that's ever weird. I haven't seen the original Snow White in about a year, so I don't certainly remember this song being in that movie, the song in the trailer. It looks like they're going to be changing a lot of stuff, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that. Just even the choice of Marc Webb as director, I like some of Marc Webb's movies, but his movies that I enjoy, the biggest thing to praise about them is the relationship aspect between the boy and the girl in the romance movies that he does. Because that's just what he's so good at, and it doesn't look like this movie is going to have much of that. I don't know how I feel about, like, Gal Gadot as the evil queen in this trailer. She certainly doesn't really give out evil queen vibes. So, for me, this trailer is just kind of a mix for me. I'm intrigued by what they're going to be doing with this movie, but I can't say I'm excited for any of it. So overall, I don't think this trailer sold me out. I'm going to go thumbs down on this trailer. But it was certainly an interesting one to look at, especially because it was my first exposure to this film. So down below in the comment section, share what you thought of the new Snow White trailer over on my channel. I have more content like this. Check those out right now. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end. I will see you in the next one.